Let's talk some more NASCAR Xfinity Series racing. They are going for a championship this weekend. And obviously, this driver that's on the hotline has another shot to get another win. It will be his second of 2021. His first came at Homestead. Speaking of Maytt Snider, who joins us on the hotline. Top of the morning to you, Maytt. Welcome aboard.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Always happy to be on the morning drive. It's a great day. We're going to get to go race in Phoenix this weekend.
Well, we look forward to it. It's hard to believe, right? We always say this is such a long season, but then when we get to the end, we're like, my God, there's only one race to go. You got a chance on Saturday to get another win, Mike, but what about just this year collectively? How are you going to remember 2021 for you in the Xfinity Series?
I was really proud that we were able to get that win at Homestead, because I was able to be the guy like Tyler Reddick, and that's not an easy thing to do. You think of Homestead and you think that's Tyler Reddick's place. So, but yeah, I feel like we built some really good performance this year, and I feel like I built a really good stack of notes for, competitive race cars. Because, I had that season in the 93 and we ran well, but, that wasn't, a competitive car. So it'll be good to have those notes going into next year with a new competitive car.
And speaking of that, you teased the lead. You've got a new race team coming your way in 2022. As you draw the curtain to 21, you're going to transition and move forward. Bring everybody up to speed about what's getting ready to happen to you with the off season and what you'll be greeted with in another racing season when we get started in Daytona.
We're going full-time racing next year with Jordan Harrison Racing. I'll be in the 31 car next year, and couldn't be more excited for that just because it's a great opportunity to build. It's a great opportunity to build with that team. Jordan's had a lot of success along with that team. Like, they've had a lot of speed, and it's been incredible to see how they've run. I think at one point I saw Tyler running like P2 at Coda, so they haven't been lacking for speed. So it's a really great opportunity, and I like the vision that Jordan has for the future. And I really like the opportunity that I have with that team.
Well, they certainly have done a lot. I would agree with you with the rotisserie of drivers, and now you're going to bring some continuity there. How did it all come together? How did you now wind up with him? And as you mentioned, the vision there, what do you think that is for that team, Maytt?
Well, I think that, we were looking, for a ride next year that we could be full-time with and, kind of continue being full-time in the Xfinity Series. And I've been racing with Jordan for a long time now between the Truck Series and now the Xfinity Series. But, I knew that he was always a decent team owner, and he had a vision. And when we finally sat down with him to kind of talk about this and see, what could be for the future, I was like, wow, this is really good, and I really appreciated, seeing, his vision, hearing about it, and then we also got to meet up with John Bomarito. And that really kind of, sealed the deal because he's invested in it and Jordan's invested in it. We're all hungry to make this thing work. And I think that's a really crucial component of this whole ordeal. So I think overall, it's just going to be a really good deal for all of us going into next year.
It will be. And it's impressive to watch that organization get started and get off the ground. They had some bumpy starts here in the 2021 beginnings of the season with not being able to make the field with the performance metric and all that. But once those cars got going, they had a lot of speed, 8 different drivers piloting those cars this year, and at times a threat to win the race. I know that had to be an attraction point for you. What are you looking forward to most? It's a new opportunity. It's a brand new race team, and it's an opportunity for everybody to chart some new territory there.
Yeah, I think I'm most looking forward to like I said, the opportunity to build something. I've been kind of looking for a home for a race team, and some place that I can really kind of define the narrative going forward. I feel like this could be a winning team, and they've shown that they can be a winning team, and it's going to be up to us to kind of prove that we can take it that next step next year. So, I think that we can be contenders. So I think the Xfinity Series will also be kind of stacked next year. So it's going to be difficult, but that's part of the fun. So yeah, just building a future with this team, kind of continuing our relationships with our sponsors, and kind of really building a name for myself and the team as well.
You do have the one more shot, as you mentioned, with your current team on Saturday. And obviously there are 4 guys out there trying to win a championship. You're still trying to win the race. What is your view, Maytt, as a driver racing against guys who have a chance to win the championship and you doing what you need to do on the racetrack? How does that mesh for you as a driver for Saturday?
Well, of course, you gotta have that respect, right? They're racing for a very important part of that part of the season. It all comes down to this. It's the championship four, and so I obviously have to race around them with respect. But if we have a fast race car, then I've got to go and get a win. And like I said, I also race those guys with respect. But if we've got race winning speed this weekend, then it's we're going to go for it. So yeah, I would definitely love to cap off the season with another win.
Does a flat 1 mile Phoenix Raceway play into your personal wheelhouse?
I have had some up and down luck with that place. Let me tell you, I've either had speed or it's kind of been feast or famine for me, unfortunately. But I feel like we have made some improvements as we've gone forward with that place at RCR. I've gone from kind of struggling to run close to 10th to running 8th, and then I was going to finish about 6th the last time I was there, and then I think we had to come in for a loose wheel right at the end. So yeah, we've made improvements at that place. So I feel like we might run pretty decent at this race. So it's just a matter of capitalizing on what we can do right this weekend.
Well, we wish you the best, my friend. You got one more race with Richard Childress Racing, and then you'll shift those gears to Jordan Anderson Racing next year.
And as promised, we're headed to the hotline to welcome aboard the owner of Jordan Anderson Racing, coincidentally also named Jordan Anderson. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys today?
Oh, we're great. We're great. Congratulations. It's official. Maytt Snider coming over to play next year full time. How did this deal come about for you guys?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I actually got to listen to you guys interview our driver this morning. So that was cool to listen to and hear. And it's cool how it all came together. It came together pretty quick for us all. Everybody that's followed this journey saw the heartbreak and all the heartache we went to at the start of the year with getting rained out after qualifying in Daytona. And everything that's happened this year was not on our radar or our bingo card for how 2021 was going to go. But it's kind of funny how it actually has turned out to be a blessing in disguise to really grow our team and give it some legs, between putting Tyler Reddick in there for those first 2 races and then grabbing Josh Berry and along with Kaz Gralla and Eric Jones and Austin and Ty Dillon and myself getting to race some and Sage Karam running for us at Phoenix this weekend. It's been cool to see all the different drivers and talents that we've had driving for us and behind the wheel and all the great partners that we've had. And I think it really garnered some attention in the garage area with some of the performances and the runs that we've done. And it's a huge testament to our entire crew of guys and the great cars and motors we've gotten from RCR and ECR and the help from Chevy. And this is a long-term move for us. I want this team to be here for many years to come. This was on the radar in our 5-year plan of eventually bringing a driver in to keep growing the team. And between Maytt and Tax Slayer and Louisiana Hot Sauce and Superior Essex and Crosley Furniture, some of the partners he's bringing with him, it allows us to not only continue to add a lot of depth to our team, but do so with some great partners and a great driver. And it's kind of cool, all the different guys that we've had run for us. There's been a lot of times where, like when we had Austin and Todd Dillon in the car, I used to race against them in legend cars, and it kind of came full circle. And Maytt and myself, we've raced against each other plenty of times in the truck series, and we were drafting partners at Daytona over the summer. So for all those things to come full circle now and get Maytt part of our team is pretty cool. And there's a lot of correlation there between Maytt is really close with his family and his dad, and his relationship between the history of his family in racing and Tax Slayer being a family-focused brand it really fits in well with the values of our team. And I think he's going to fit in really well into our group of guys here and what our internal goals are. And it's certainly a change of hats for me, getting out of the seat again, out of that 31 for next year. But I'll still be doing plenty of racing next year between the truck and an Xfinity car at some point or another. But was really glad to get this locked down to get somebody in the 31 full-time next year.
So for the record, the overall plan for next year, is it still full-time in both trucks and Xfinity or not?
We're working on it. We'll have to come on the radio show again maybe sometime in November or December and give you guys an update on some of our plans. So those are all coming together right now, but we definitely are happy to have the 31 full-time with Maytt in it. And it's been cool. We got a lot of other things on the horizon for us. John Bomarito has joined up with me as a partner on the team now, and him and I are working through some of the details of all that right now. But to have his support and his belief and what it is we're trying to do is certainly exciting, and I've learned a ton on the business side this year. Really want to continue to build a culture within our team of guys that want to be here and want to work hard, and they're racers at their core. And it's a long journey from where you and I first talked to each other about this back in 2015 of struggling just to get to the racetrack to really building the program that we have today. So it's been cool to see it develop and grow and evolve, and it certainly has been a blessing. A lot of amazing people over the course of all the years, but it's exciting to have Maytt's a good driver. You look at his win he had at Homestead this year and some of the runs he had in the 2-car this season. I think he's got a lot of talent that he brings to the table with him, and his racecraft is really good, getting to race around him. And hopefully we can continue to evolve and develop around him and build a package and setup that he really likes, and hopefully go out and have some really good success with him next year.
It really has been a pretty amazing ride, hasn't it? Because, a lot of us remember, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners remember, and it wasn't that many years ago that Jordan was the owner, Jordan was the driver. A lot of times Jordan was the only guy in the shop working on the truck on Tuesday and Wednesday night. He drove the dually with the box trailer behind it, and I don't mean a big 18-wheel tractor trailer. Drove the dually with the back box trailer across the country, worked on the car at the track, drove it at the track, and then drove it home. Man, that seems like a long time ago, but it really wasn't.
No, that was 2017. It does seem like a long time ago, and I still to this day wonder how in the heck we pulled all those long trips and long nights out. But a lot of awesome people along the way, and I think it speaks volumes about our sport. I love NASCAR, and I've always been adamant about how much I love our sport and the fans and people. And I had this conversation with one of our sponsors last night about one thing that's so cool about our sport being national is you're able to. We're in Phoenix this week. We were in Martinsville last week, and we were, in Texas the week before that. We've traveled all over the place, and you meet a lot of amazing people along the way, and a lot of people have helped this journey evolve and grow to what it is now. But from a kid that was fresh out of college and trying to find his way back in 2014 when I made my Truck Series debut to where we are now, I'm thankful for the opportunities this sport has provided for me to build this team up and hopefully be here for the next 5, 10, 15 years. I mean, this is a lifelong journey, and I want to keep growing it, and very fortunate that, a lot of people believe in what it is we're trying to build and really do it the right way. I wanted to set out to build this team on honesty and integrity and having excellence as a goal. And it's taken us a couple years to get that foundation built there, but we've certainly got a little sniff of what it feels like to be competitive and have some success on track. Mm-hmm. And hopefully there's more of that to come, but it's pretty cool to see the journey and see it evolve. And I know a lot of the fans have been tweeting me about what this means about my driving career. And I figure as long as I can own the team and have some cars in the shop, there'll be plenty of opportunities for me to race, especially when it comes to some of those speedway races. We've come close to Daytona twice now, and still think that I might have some opportunities there for next year. So my helmet's not officially hung up. I still got plenty of racing that I want to do. So my driving career is far from over, but I'm excited for our team to have this foundation and growth and work with a guy like Maytt and get him behind the wheel for us next year. So, and the guys in the shop are excited about it, and we're working on some other details for some other opportunities for drivers for next year, and then hopefully some of that stuff clarifies up here in the next couple of weeks. So we're hard at it, putting all the pieces together, and hopefully with Sage Karam driving for us this weekend in Phoenix, I'll be behind the wheel of the 3 truck on Friday night in the Lucas Oil 150 race out there. So hopefully we'll go out there and cap off our crazy and unplanned season with a really high note.
This year it's been kind of like your career in a nutshell. It hasn't come easily, but in the end, hard work conquers all. I appreciate you dropping by, my man. We'll see you this weekend, and congratulations on the deal. Thank you.
Hey, as always, thank you guys, and look forward to talking here again soon about some more news down the road.
Look forward to it. Jordan Anderson Racing, Maytt Snider, full-time in the Xfinity Series next year.